Well, it's been 3 months. 3 months since I left my extremely high-paying six-figure job at 𝘥𝘠𝘥 𝘮𝘮. 3 months since I left over 1,000 Corvette orders behind. And 3 months since I told you guys that we are starting Mike's Car Store. So, in this video, we're gonna give you a 90-day update and let you know where we're at. Well, I'm really excited because I've been waiting a long time to do this video.
How long is a long time?
Well, 90 days, of
I've
course.
been waiting a long time for you to get through all these takes.
Yeah, we've been working on this video for 2 hours. We're going to bring up 3 things in this video, and that's the challenges that we've experienced over the last 90 days, the positives that we had over the last 90 days, and then unfortunately, we have to just touch on some little house cleaning things because...
House cleaning?
Yeah, you know.
I thought it was housekeeping, and you don't clean.
You don't either, so...
That's what we pay somebody for.
I know. So the first thing is the phone lines. This is our phone line right here. So we have a second number that comes into my iPhone, and this is for business only. And the business that we do here at Mike's Car Store is we sell cars, we sell extended warranties, and we buy cars from people who are going to bring their car to the dealership. So we've got to keep it at that because the phone calls that I get, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you answered. You know, you're so cool, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, sure.
The deep breathing.
The deep breathing.
No, don't like that.
The threat, we've had a threat. We had the multiple phone call hang-ups. Like, that stuff has got to stop because it's really distracting to us and our business. And most importantly, it's caused us to lose business. So someone says they've called in here before, we have no records of it, and it had to be when somebody was calling at the same time, whatever the case may be. And then also the fake leads. If it's the fake leads on extended warranties, the fake leads on whatever the case may be.
I mean, are you sure Donald Trump is really a fake lead?
I mean, he's submitted like 4, 5, 6 different times.
Even a credit app.
Yeah, and the kids, the 15-year-old kids that are looking for cars in 2 years, I can't help you today. Call me in 2 years. I'm here to help you. Very positive, but that stuff has got to stop because it's tying up a lot of resources because it's just me and her. But the positive thing is, what we really want to talk about is how many cars we've sold here at the dealership.
Is 0 a positive?
You sold 1. I've sold 1, so that's at least 2. So how many think total has the store sold?
Let's say 30.
No, you're way off. So, no, not way off. We've sold 23, and those 23 cars, we've revenued $559,860, and it would be.
I haven't seen a dime.
It would be a little bit higher if we wouldn't have bought that Tahoe that you wanted us to buy.
What about the Malibu that you bought without even showing me?
And we sold it for $3,200 less than what we bought it for.
Yeah, you bought that Malibu though. So
we sold 23 cars. Had that revenue, and then the really cool thing about it is we've made a decision that I was really scared to make because I just wasn't too sure. Our biggest thing is we want to give cars to people who are in need, and we said so far at the start of this business that every 100 cars, and I wasn't sure if that was combined cars, if that was just going to be retail purchases, but total cars, wholesale or retail, when we hit 100 cars, we're going to give our first car away. And hopefully that's really quick. So we're 25% there, basically. One of the problems that we had 90 days ago was that we had 0 banks. And unfortunately...
Oh, that was a 0.
That was a 0, yeah. So unfortunately, with the car business, as we've talked about in the past, is everything's ass backwards in the business, and you have to spend a whole lot of money. You have to get a business in place. You have to get a building in place, I should say. And then you get your dealer's license, and banks won't sign you up because you haven't been in business for long enough to be able to not sell just cash cars.
You can't even buy cars until you have a dealer's license.
It's crazy. So the good news is we've got 6 banks signed up. Well, I'll take that back. It's just 5 now because of her. We've got Westlake, which does prime and subprime. We have Western, which does deep subprime. We have CAC, which stands for
Credit Acceptance.
Credit Acceptance Court. And then we have First Financial Bank, which is a regional bank here in Indiana that does Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois, and some Ohio if the deal makes sense to them. And we lost Morris Bank. And why did we lose Morris Bank? You want to tell them?
Because They didn't like you.
They didn't like you.
No, they didn't like you.
Mrs. Chevy, dude, you suck, and they hung up on you. No, Morris Bank and First Financial Bank was the same company, but they were different brands. They have since merged, so now Morris Bank was the subprime lender part of First Financial Bank, and First Financial Bank was the prime. So now they're just one bank, and they do it all.
One.
Yes, they have become one. And then we have First Harrison Bank right down the street from
You
us.
are just loving doing this.
I am. First Financial Bank down the street from us is not partnered with us, but I've built that relationship, and they've done some deals with us, which has helped out our store quite a bit. And that was the deal that we got our first trade-in on, which we sold that trade-in.
They did
2
our
days
very
later.
first car.
They did our very first car deal. Yep, correct. So they've been doing really good. And since we're in the baking part of this section of the video, I got to tell you if you want to buy a car from us and you want to submit credit, don't just submit credit. Let's talk about it first. And I said earlier in the housekeeping stuff of phone calls, if you legitimately want to buy a car from us and you legitimately got onto mikescarstore.com and you legitimately see a car that may work for you, that's when you call. We can discuss your options, and then at that point I can tell you to put a credit app in. The credit apps that come in, people are looking for something we don't have. I don't want to pull your credit, and even though it doesn't hurt your score, I just don't want to do it because there's some liability on my end when I pull credit of things that I have to do with federal red tape. So I'm not going to pull your credit unless I've got a car in stock where we talk. Don't do that. And if it's happening to other dealerships, don't submit your. I don't know if that happens to other dealerships. That's new to me. In 22 years, that's new to me. So, but the really cool thing is we've had some videos in the past that show like a lot of negatives, but really. That's just like I said it before. We're only showing them 1% of what goes on in this business.
It's the interesting parts of the car business that you don't see.
Yep. And
you can't go to a dealership and see that this is happening because no salesman's going to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, this car came in with rust, and we got to send it back." Blah blah blah.
Right. And the really cool thing about this is we've got all these videos out there showing what's happening because that's just part of the business. I've been in this business for 22 years. This stuff has happened my entire 22-year career. This is not new stuff to me, and I'm like super laid back. I'm super chill, and problems do not worry me, right? Problems happen. I know how to deal with them. I just deal with them, and we'll worry about the outcome down the road. So we're just showing you those problems so that way you know how much work goes into this business, because I know you guys love supporting us and love seeing this stuff. So we're just trying to really be fully transparent on everything and show you everything that goes on that we can in the car business. And we're really trying to get more content out and like literally record. So we had something the other day that we didn't record. We're like, I wish we would have recorded that. But it was just, we were so busy, two customers at one time.
Oh yeah, that was
it was just a
there's
crazy
times
day.
that we can't record.
Saturday I had 3 customers here at one time by myself, so it's just stuff like that. But the biggest thing is we're building this business extremely fast. We want to go
Fast?
Yeah, fast, right?
No.
Oh, we're building
The tortoise
slow.
and the hare. Why did the tortoise win the race? Because he went slow and steady. The hare just went too fast.
We're not trying to move fast. We're not trying to rush into this, because when we rush into things, that's when more mistakes happen and oversight happens. We really are trying to move slow. Now, we want to have 25, 30 cars in stock right now, but it's just not that way. We got 11 in stock. So that's okay, because us building this up is she's got a lot of learning to do. So this is all new to her, and I'm not telling her this is the way it is or this is the way we do it.
That's good, because I'm the boss.
Right? So we're just trying to learn, do the right thing, be fully transparent of doing it, and get our feet on the ground running, because when we do hire our first employee or other employees after that, we're going to set them up for success. And you got to remember that we have like huge goals. We sit here and we talk about our goals all the time. And the biggest thing that I think is important is that we aren't taking income out of this company.
All I hear is you refuse to pay me yet again to do work for you.
We have $750,000 of floor plan credit that we can use at any time, but I don't want to use that money. It costs a lot of money to floor plan cars. So I'm proud to say that we have 3 cars out here that have about $35,000 in value that we don't owe money to the bank on that. That's our cars that we are financing ourselves or floating the money ourselves. So I think that's really important that we're baby stepping our way into it. And next thing you know, we have $1 million of inventory sitting in here, and we don't owe anybody any money on it. And that brings costs down for us, which ultimately passes on to you as well. So the problems that we're having here that I mentioned earlier in the video, the biggest one, I'm gonna get to it here in a second, but like we need small SUVs. Like we got a lot full of cars right now, and we have a Subaru Forester, and we have a Kia Sorento, and a Jeep Patriot. So we need a few more small SUVs like that, and we got to be very selective on what we buy. So again, we're getting a lot of phone calls of people saying, will you buy this, will you buy that? And we got to say no a lot of times because it's just not fitting our niche right now, but it will down the road. So that's our biggest thing is just trying to find the right inventory for our business. Do I want to sell Corvettes? Absolutely I do. Can I buy $750,000 worth of Corvettes today? Absolutely I can. But it's not going to be good financial responsibility for this company to be successful if we do that, because it's expensive to float that line of money. So, and the biggest problem is just two of us, right? And where does that pose problems when it's just two of us in this business?
I gotta spend all my time with you.
I thought you said you liked that. Like if we got to run a car to an auction and we don't have any employees here, we both have to go, right? We need somebody to do it, or we spend more money on an Uber, which I've done prior to because she stayed here to do things. That's the issue, is there's just two of us, and logistics is quite a bit. So, and if we both have to leave, that means this store is closed. So we do want to grow so that we can hire somebody to be here, but we just have to do it. Again, not to dwell on it, but the fake leads and the phone calls, the hang up phone calls, that's got to stop. And then the biggest issue, like I may quit over this. It literally just may quit. She won't let me get these fly guys. I want to get two fly guys. I want to put Chevy Dude down one, Mrs. Chevy Dude on the other one, have them set out the road and face each other and have them fight each other all day long.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
No, it is way too cheesy. I mean, it reminds me of back in the day growing up in Fort Wayne, and Bob Rohrman had the big lion sitting in a car, inflatable on top of the Toyota building.
Yeah, 40-foot tall lion. Bob Rohrman.
It's just so cheesy.
It is cheesy, but
I
it
mean,
would be funny.
You could put like 4 or 5 of them out there and have each one say part of the slogan of buying a car doesn't have to suck, but we'd have to line it up 2 ways so you could see it from each side.
Yeah. I like that idea. We're getting 5 of them.
Thanks to a shipping error, I am now currently overstocked on wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men.
These things are $600 a piece, by the way. I did have looked them up. So we're definitely not getting them, but it's kind of funny that she won't let me get them.
I'm the boss.
So where can you guys help us right now? So if you are in the Louisville metro area, market area, again, you can get a car from us if we're looking for these small SUVs. We might put a list up on social media, Facebook, on Mike's Car Store Facebook page of what we're looking for. And then, so if you've got something that you want to sell, let us know. We definitely want to look at it and have the opportunity. If we tell you no, it's just because it doesn't fit our niche right now. That doesn't mean that it's a bad car or anything like that. And then if you have an idea, a true idea, this is truthful, that we need a business sign out front. We don't have a business sign. And, but I want to articulate, buying a car doesn't have to suck. Obviously our company name, but we have to have a sign out there that doesn't cost a fortune, right? And I don't want it to look redneck as cheesy as the Fly Guys would. So
wait, you don't want it to look cheesy, but you want Fly Guys.
It's wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man emporium and warehouse.
I think Fly Guys aren't cheesy, but the signs I've looked at, a couple of them are like $4,000, and you can like customize them and stuff. And I thought that they're going to be cheap because they're just made out of styrofoam and kind of like stucco on buildings, but yeah, those are out. So, so that's something that you can help us with is inventory. And if you got an idea on a sign, what it should look like on the front of the road, to let people know what we do. We're not a typical car dealership. We got quality cars. We're doing the 172-point inspection on everything to do it. And the great news is you guys know we sold the C8, but I've decided.
No, I put my foot down.
So we're not selling the C7.
Keeping my car.
Yeah, we're gonna keep our car. I've talked about it before. There's sentimental value in cars, and I get that and appreciate it 100%. Sentimental value does not build value in a car, but we decided that we're not gonna get rid of the C7. I've ordered a short throw shifter for the car. We're probably gonna throw the Pro Charger on it. So, and then my buddy at Complete Street Performance is gonna tune it. I love Complete Street Performance, and he can do remote tuning now, so we can do that all as well. So we appreciate everything you guys do for us. We just want to give you this 90-day update, and you guys always ask, how can we support you if we're not buying a car from you? And that's at ChevyDudeStore.com. You can get your Mike's Car Store merch. You can do whatever on there. There's a lot of great cool swag that you can get from us. And of course, always hit the subscribe button, turn bell notification on, share our videos, tell people about us, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.